Patch 1.12 is out for Horizon Forbidden West, and it appears that we're going from more of a weekly update schedule to something a bit more fortnightly, which will put us in a better position for more content. Hopefully some DLC content would be lovely. Of course, if you like the content you're seeing, just give the video a like, and let's get into it. We're getting a change for the weapon wheel, which essentially adds the names of all the materials that you're going to be using to craft arrows under their actual icon, which I think is a really nice touch. It's probably also better to see what you're actually using. Something they didn't have in the original game, which a lot of people actually seem to want. So when it didn't come out at the start of this game, it was a bit surprising because it was actually highly requested last time. So it's good to see that they're implementing some stuff like that. Moving on to the UI changes. In the update prior to this one, you weren't able to place a marker 500 meters within Aloy on the map. Gorilla's gone and fixed this for us. One little change which I thought was really nice is the new animation for the skill point indicator. Now when you're looking in the menu, it has this nice little animation, which is also a pretty good way to inform people that they actually have unspent skill points. Some smaller UI changes, fix Fire Gleam and Metal Flower icons on the map so that they show up correctly, which is really irritating to me for some reason. So it's good they changed that. The biggest UI change we got this patch definitely has to do with the outfit weaves when you're using them on different outfits. So prior to the update, you wouldn't be able to see if a weave was being used on a different outfit, or if it was even being used on the one you currently had selected. So we've gone and we've got an update which basically has a little tick on the mark of the upgrade weave, which shows when it's being used on a different outfit, and if it's being used on the one you currently have selected, it's completely blacked out, which is a really nice change. Oddly, before this update, this was already the case with weapon coils, so it's weird they didn't have that on both things, so it's good to see that that's implemented now. Moving to weapons, there was a problem when you bought a new weapon. The exclamation mark, which showed you new items, wouldn't actually show up on the weapon, but it would show up on the weapon selection on the side. So you couldn't actually tell which new weapon you'd got or bought, which is really annoying. So they fixed that now, which is good, and you can get rid of that stupid little annoying mark, which really bugs me sometimes. We got some noticeable combat changes, which I'm going to be honest, I almost jumped when I saw these. I was so happy. Before the update, there was this really annoying problem where you couldn't dodge roll directly after firing an arrow at something. They also fixed an issue where melee attacks were unavailable after being stunned by an enemy, which caused so much pain. I'm super glad to see that Gorilla fixed all of this. Gorilla also fixed an issue which I never came across, but it says that Aloy would bounce around when looting a dead machine. I'd never come across this, but it says on their website that the celebratory loot raves are over but live on in memory. I found that a bit funny. Talking about machines, we got some good fixes for them, the main one being the Shell Snapper's book entry. So before this update, it actually said it has a 0% chance to drop volatile sludge from its canisters on its back, which was weird to see, but they actually changed this. They didn't remove it entirely, which is kind of what I was expecting them to do. They just changed it to a 35% drop rate, which is handy when you have the easy loot feature, but personally I still think that Tremor Tusks are the best way to farm that, if not just buying it from merchants. The second fix we got for machines wasn't really a fix, but more of a change in their combat dynamic. It states that the mid to large machines, which is like Shell Snappers but also Snapmaws and Thunderjaws and stuff, will immediately target you and escalate to combat when they lose 35% of their health, which is nerfing that whole one-shot kill build where you could just shoot them once and get rid of all of their health. Now if you do that, they'll just instantly go for you instead of going to orange and yellow lights, which is kind of annoying, but also you're still doing all that damage. The last couple of things that were mentioned was that players were having a hard time trying to find the Apex Grimhorn, which doesn't actually spawn in the open world. So if you don't scan it in missions like the second verse with Zoe, it can put a stop to 100% completion, which for a completionist like me would be an absolute nightmare. So it's nice they acknowledge that, hoping in the next couple updates we'll get some spot for them to spawn or some way to find them. They also are looking into the problem, which is really annoying, where when you're in the outfit selection screen there'll be this stupid dark shadow which covers Aloy, and it comes from nowhere. There's no way to get rid of it. Happens tons to me. I don't know about other people, but it's really annoying. So it's good they're looking into that. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy Horizon content. I have a video planned where I'm going to cover everything you need to know about the new Apex Legends season. And I'll keep everything posted on my Instagram at Ickyarghs catalogue. See you guys soon.